Love notes written on the streets in chalk.
Welcome to Dose of Dada. So today what I want to do is continue with the trend of primary school stories, but instead of doing primary school, I'm going to do party stories. Right, so we just finished school on a Friday and people were like, yeah, the party's on now, you ready to go? Yeah, sweet, cool, yeah, woo. And being that this was my first party, I didn't know that I had to take a drink. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh shit. Everyone's got drink and I don't. Damn, what do I do? So we get to this party and I'm just like, really? And then of course my friends hooked me up with a few cans of Strongbow, I believe, and they were like, yeah, just drink this. And then over the course of the night I just ended up getting more and more drink from people, and I don't understand how this happened, but that's not the story to tell here. So obviously most parties these days are thrown when people don't have permission from their parents are out of the house, and that's exactly what happened. So we have this party going on and my friend Josh hears about like the police being called and stuff like that. He's like, here, come on, we'll leave. And he grabs me and then we jump over the fence, like over into the alleyway behind the house. And anybody in the world could have just looked a little bit further to that side and seen that there was no way out of this alleyway. That's right, it was a gated alleyway and we checked all the exits, they were all closed off. Way to go, Josh. Now, me being slightly tipsy here, I was like, ah, damn, what do I do now? What? How am I getting out of this alleyway? There's no way in hell I'm leaving this alleyway, Josh. You've trapped me in here and we're gonna die. There's no way I'm gonna get married and there's no girls for me to see in this alleyway. Get me out of this alleyway. Me freaking out in my head here. And then he looks up at the wall, he's like, you realise we could just climb this? And I'm like, no, I'm gonna die in here, I've decided my fate, we're stuck. And then some idiot in the party decides to start throwing bottles over the thing because the police are coming, so we're like now ducking out of the way of these bottles that have been thrown. We're just like, shit man, we need to wait down there, there's no way we're getting out of here. And then someone throws like a fucking football at us. Like we're trying to climb up and someone throws a football at us. And you know you have like those like wooden like things that are like cut into little squares, like Punnett squares, you know? We try to grab onto that, and it breaks. So I'm just like, shit, not only have I got stuck in this alleyway, I've now broken the house. Brilliant, cool. But that wasn't the only thing to happen. Whilst this escapade of us being stuck in the alleyway was going on, inside the house someone like hit the TV and broke the TV. Ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. I kind of understand why teens are hated by adults these days. So, funny enough, someone finally gives us a fucking ladder and we climb out of this alleyway. Now we're safe, right? And then the police show up. So us thinking in our logical mind, go back into the alleyway where nobody can see us. I jump back down into the alleyway and we hide the ladder. And halfway through the police catch us and they're like, look dude, get back out the alleyway, get back into the garden and we'll just let you go. And I'm like, okay officer. Sure. So we climb back in and then we go out of the house, and that's that part of the story done. So we're out of the alleyway, we're ready to go on with life. And then I just see like a flood of people running down the hill and yeah. I'm with my friend Will, Jamie, Davey and Liz, and they're all just like, yeah, should we just go to the park? And I'm like, yeah, sure. And then somewhere on this walk to the park, they decided they wanted to go to the shop. So we go to the furthest shop away from the park. And then, once we get to the shop, Davey and Liz decide, no, they don't want to go to that park. They want to go to the park just across the street. So we're like, okay, cool. We're going to go back to the park. This being... I think Holly showed up at this point. It was Holly, Jamie, and Will, as well as myself. So we're now just like, okay, cool, we're gonna go back to the park. And Will was out of it this night. I don't know what he was on, but like, he ended up, there was an ambulance coming. He's like, no, that's the police, I'm gonna get caught. So he just took and jumped over a wall. That wasn't it. He started crawling on the floor as well. Like, we're sitting there, and he's just like, no, the police. I'm like, Will, mate, you realise that's just, like, an ambulance. No, it's the police. I'm gonna get caught. Please, don't let them catch me. So maybe an hour or two progresses and I'm talking to a girl, finally, I'm not gay, we have established this, I'm talking to a girl now, and some dickhead in the background decides to start throwing flares around. So her being drunk, she decides to walk off towards these flares. Really? Are we being serious? Really? Thanks, George! So, long story short, this ended up being the first time I was actually drunk in a very long time, and the first party I went to. Not much happened. People tried marijuana for the first time. I was not one of those people. But yeah, that's how it happened, and that's all I have to tell you. Thanks for tuning in, and maybe next I'll tell you about my McDonald's stash. Who knows? Goodbye.